Okay, to start our rock star portrait, first we're going to put our name and section in the bottom. First name, last name, first letter of your teacher's last name, and 5. So I'm going to write Mrs. Bisping and then M5. It's important that you put your name on the back in the bottom right hand corner and then turn your paper over. When we go through this and get to the final point when we're adding paint, you want to make sure your name is still visible. That's why it's on the back. To start this picture, you want to leave some area at the top for the funky hair that we're going to make. So you're going to start an oval about maybe 1/3 of the way down your paper. It doesn't have to be exact. You're going to draw your oval, and I like to draw pretty slow to give my hand a chance to get it right. And you may need to go back and fix some parts of your oval. And that's okay, you can do that. To draw a portrait that looks, like a human, we have to use the guidelines. So you're going to make a center line dividing the head in half vertically and a center line dividing the head in half horizontally. And then you can check the bottom and the top should be about equal. The sides should be about equal. You can use your fingers or you can take your pencil and use that like a ruler and just move your pencil up. My horizontal line is a little low, but that's okay because every person's a little bit different. Halfway between the eye and the chin, you need to make a nose line halfway. So double check. Is the space above the same as the space below? Halfway between the nose and chin, you need to make a mouth line. Double check. Is the space above same as the space below? So at this point, you've got your eye line, your nose line, your mouth line, most of your guidelines. We're going to move on to the eyes. When you're doing the eyes, you need to figure out how big to make your eyes across this line. And we can figure that out together. There are usually 4 to 5 eyes across a human face. A face is as wide as 4 or 5 times one eye. So if I divide this line into 4, by putting a line there, 2, 3, I've got 4 spaces, right? So this space should be equal to one eye. Now I know that you may have heard this before, so this might not be new, but there's one eye space between each eye. So I'm going to take this measurement with my fingers, and don't move your fingers, and plop it right down and make a mark here and a mark here. So I know that this space is equal to this space. That's the space of one eye. So now I'm going to use this to measure so I know where to end my eyes. This is where I'll start my eye. This is where I'll end my eye. These marks in the middle, we don't really need them anymore. When you make your eye, you're going to make a rainbow-shaped line and a smile-shaped line. Rainbow-shaped line and a smile-shaped line. And yep, your eyes are big. They're the biggest feature of our face. Inside your eyes, you're going to put circles for the irises and the pupils. If you want your rock star to be looking this way, put your circles over here. If you want your rock star to be looking up, put your circle up here. Or down, put your circle here. I'm going to have my rock star looking over to my left. I'm going to put a circle here and a circle here. Then right in the middle, I'm going to lightly color in my my pupil, the black part of the eye. So there is the pupil right there. Now I can go ahead and add some eyelids. So I'm going to add some eyelids. They're inside the eye shape. So don't make them on the outside of your eye shape unless you want really, really wide eyes. If your rocker is surprised or excited, then you would make your eyelid outside the shape and erase away the original line. But here we've got some eyes looking that away. Now for the nose guidelines. These lines will show us how wide the nose gets. So this is a straight vertical line right down from the inside corner of the eye. Straight vertical line. And this is going to be where the nose rests, the tip of the nose. To make a nose, I think it's really simple if you just think about letters. So you can make a fancy letter U, kind of spread out fancy letter U, and then the letter C, and it's touching this guideline, and another letter C, and it's a little short of this guideline, but that's okay because I noticed that this middle line isn't quite in the middle. So that's okay. It's approximate. Every person is different. Then for the bridge of the nose, you're going to bring your line straight up past the eye and into the eyebrow. Straight up past the eye and into the eyebrow. And this is just the brow bone. It's not the actual eyebrow. For the mouth, you're actually going to start by drawing the top lip above this line and the bottom lip below this line. And I'm going to draw first a closed mouth and then an open mouth. So for a closed mouth, I'm going to make a little sort of bump here. That's where my lips come together, and a line out to the corners. And your mouth should line up at the ends, should be right in the middle of your eye shape. Not your iris, not the middle there, but the middle of your eye shape. The top lip has usually a little bit of a dip in the top, then the ends come out and meet the corners. And the bottom lip is usually a little thicker than the top lip. So there you go, that's a closed mouth. Now if you would like an open mouth, I'll get this one out. I'll make a little nose, a fancy letter U, the letter C, a backwards C, and right up past the brow, or right up past the eye into the brow bone. Open mouth. Oh, let me make my mouth guidelines down. Open mouth. You're going to start the same way, make a little bump here, because your open mouth, your top lip really doesn't move. It's your bottom lip and jaw that move. So I'm going to put my top lip, and then I'm going to draw the opening. That is not the lip, that is not the tongue, that is the opening. And then I'm going to erase my chin. I'm drawing the bottom lip and then redrawing my chin, because that chin drops, and you can try it at your table. Put your hand under your chin and open your mouth, and your hand and your chin move down. So that's an open mouth. And if your rock star is saying hey or singing, you might want an open mouth. All right. For the ears, some of you will have your ears covered with hair, some of you will not, so let's all draw ears. Your ears are going to start at they go from the base of the nose, and then the top of the ear is right between the eye and the eyebrow, so right about here. And you can continue that line over to the other side, right about here. Your ear from the front is like a flattened out C shape. So you're going to start on the head, come up to the line, down, up to the line. So like this. Your ears are like flattened C's, not like a regular round C, but a flattened C, like that. Now we're ready for the neck and the shoulders. The neck lines up with the outside corners of the eyes. So I'm going to make a line down here, make a short little neck. You don't want your neck to be too long or to go too far past the chin, because lots of times our necks are shorter than we think they are. Your shoulders then are going to go right off the page probably. The width of your shoulders is 2 times the width of your face. So if I take the width of my face, that is right off my page. So I might as well just draw my shoulders. Now you can add any sort of outfit you want to your rock star. I'm going to give mine a t-shirt, so a rounded collar. Give my rock star sort of the ribbed part of the t-shirt. Make some little texture lines. You could add a necklace to your rock star. Maybe they're wearing multiple necklaces. Maybe they're wearing some jewelry. You can start adding details. Before you get too far though, go back and start erasing away your guidelines, because we don't want those there. You've drawn those nice and light, so you can go back and erase them pretty easily. Then the next time we're here, we're going to add the hair with some nice neon paint.